This presentation addresses reading comprehension. The strategies that good readers deploy operate within a metacognitive system that requires decoding skills and active meaning making. Some of the strategies that proficient readers use include asking questions, visualizing, synthesizing, making connections, determining importance, repairing lost meaning, drawing inferences, predicting, and confirming. Let's take a closer look at the strategy of making connections. When good readers make connections, they think about what the story reminds them of in their own lives, other books that they have read, and other things that happen in the world. How does making connections help us think as we read? First, similar experiences help us know what is happening with the plot. Second, connections help us understand what characters are feeling. Third, connections make the story more interesting and memorable. Three structures for making connections include text to text, which sounds like this text reminds me of the story of blank. Text to self, which sounds like this text reminds me of a time when I blank. And text to world, which can sound like this text reminds me of that place in blank. In addition to making connections, good readers visualize what they are reading. How do good readers visualize? Well, many skilled readers create a mind movie of the text. They build meaning as they go, and they use all of their senses to create mental images. How does visualizing promote comprehension? First, visualizing brings text to life. This process allows mental pictures to enhance the meaning construction process. It links past experience to the words and ideas presented on the page, and it stimulates imaginative thinking. Skilled readers can make connections and visualize as they read. They also make inferences or read between the lines. How do good readers make inferences? They use their schemata or background knowledge in conjunction with text evidence to read between the lines. Inference generation is a process of making discoveries while reading, posing questions, and ultimately drawing a conclusion. How does inferring help comprehension? The purpose of reading is to gain meaning. Inferring helps readers use text clues to make and confirm predictions so that they can gain meaning from text. Connecting, visualizing, and inferring are three important strategies that promote reading comprehension. A fourth strategy that good readers use is determining importance. How do good readers determine importance? They read to figure out what matters most about the text topic. To figure out what is most important, readers use text features and clues to figure out important information. These clues can include italicized words, pictures, graphs, headings, and keywords. How does determining importance help with comprehension? It reduces the need to memorize the whole text. It helps us to figure out themes and allows us to focus on features of the text that matter most as we construct meaning. The strategies we have explored so far are connecting, visualizing, inferring, and determining importance. Good readers are also skilled at synthesizing the information that they read. To synthesize, readers combine information with background knowledge. They form new pictures or ideas from pieces of information. They create an original idea, they see new perspectives, and they think about how their thinking has changed from reading the text. Three ways synthesizing helps with comprehension include taking in facts, thinking about them, and learning something new, sifting through information to get a sense of reading material, combining what is read with one's own ideas to form new thoughts. Synthesizing can sound like, I have learned that ... This gives me the idea ... Or now I understand that ... 5 strategies that skilled readers use are connecting, visualizing, inferring, determining importance, and synthesizing. Questioning is another strategy for constructing meaning from text. Asking questions about the text allows readers to find answers and solve problems, to find specific information, to discover new information, and to clarify confusion. The strategies that we've explored so far relate to actions that readers take before, during, and after reading. Using this temporal structure, let's explore specific actions that we can teach to promote skilled reading. Before reading, we can model and practice the following actions: build and access prior knowledge, connect to personal experiences, develop vocabulary, take a picture walk, make predictions, and set a purpose for reading. During reading, question and monitor what you are reading, make inferences, visualize, make connections, and make and confirm predictions. Story maps are helpful graphic organizers for organizing thinking while reading. Another graphic organizer template supports sequencing main events while reading. To keep thinking on track, readers can learn to use symbols to code or annotate the text while they are reading. After reading, we can facilitate activities that involve discussing the text, connecting new knowledge to what is already known, and discussing the strategies that readers used during reading. Let's pause to ponder. What are some practices to avoid? 1, don't spend too much time on asking comprehension questions. 2, try to avoid only posing yes, no, or either or questions. Instead, use higher order thinking questions or encourage students to generate their own questions. Before, during, and after reading strategies can be practiced in a variety of ways. One structure is through guided reading. Guided reading involves students reading in a so-called just right text. The role of the teacher is to prepare and support for reading by focusing on key strategies. Teachers conduct guided reading in small groups, or in some cases, one-on-one. 3 things to think about when making grouping decisions include the difficulty of the text and the particular needs and strengths of the students. This must be weighed against what the teacher can manage implementing with respect to practical constraints related to space, personnel, or other resources. Texts used during reading instruction can come from a variety of sources and appear in multiple formats, for example, digital, paper, or animated. What are some key factors that influence the decisions that you make about texts to incorporate the instruction that you plan?